Welcome, everybody. Let's go Niners. My name is Jason Aponte. Oh, baby. Thank you, 49er fans, for tapping in. My name is Jason Aponte. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for when we go live. I can tell you guys where I got it wrong. I told you this game would be a little bit closer. Told you that I was worried about Colt McCoy, and I felt like he would operate this offense better than Kyler Murray. At points, he did. 100% completely wrong. Bozo, me. The San Francisco 49ers absolutely destroyed the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals season is over. If you're a Cardinals fan and you're one of the three, you're in here, go to bed. Don't watch any more football. Don't watch Hard Knocks. I implore every single San Francisco 49ers fan to go ahead and fire up your HBO Max. Go on HBO and watch them go through it. I cannot wait to watch what happens in that locker room after Jimmy Garoppolo did the unthinkable. 3 straight games without an interception. Kyle Shanahan not under 500 with his coaching career. So that narrative, toss that shit out. The 49ers decimated an opponent that they were supposed to decimate. Shame on me for not thinking that they could. 100% on me. But this was the game that I have been talking about that has been coming. People last week were telling me, well, this team's not ready to go on a deep playoff run. Good thing they have 8 weeks to figure it out. Looked like a team that figured it out. Clicking. Pick your poison. Brandon Ayuk had 2 catches. Both of them went for touchdowns. George Kittle had 2 touchdowns. Deebo Samuel, end-around touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, over 100 scrimmage yards. No touchdown. Fine. You, as a defense, how do you cover all of them? I want to talk about Jimmy Garoppolo, though, real quick. Jimmy Garoppolo is absolutely playing the best football of his entire time that he's been here as a San Francisco 49er. That's not up for debate. If you want to argue with that, you can argue with yourself. No one's going to sit here and argue against that who has any sort of sense. Proud of him, man. Proud of him. Balling. No throws. No, like, what were you looking at, Jimmy? None of that. 3 straight games of this. Absolutely cooking. Props to you, Jimmy Garoppolo, continuing to be the consummate professional. Rob Gotti says when the players make plays, everyone's happy. Absolutely. 100%. First time ever, Jimmy Garoppolo has gone 3 straight games without a turnover. Best football he's ever played. 49ers are dangerous. 49ers are absolutely dangerous. They are, depending on where Drake Greenlaw's injury is, if it's something serious, if it's not, they are going to walk out of this game unscathed. Unscathed. Meaning they're getting healthy. Meaning Eric Armstead might show up. This team is scary. You watched the Philadelphia Eagles for 2 straight weeks show you all the flaws in the world. Dallas Cowboys railroaded the Minnesota Vikings. There's not one team in the NFC that wants to see the 49ers. I know I'm making proclamations, things like that, and I told you guys to chill out. They like that. They are like that. Look, man, I love your contributions to the chat. If you're going to be negative, this ain't the show for you. This ain't it. I'm not telling you to leave, but I'm definitely not going to sit here and anyway talk bad about this game. The 49ers lost 2 games to this Arizona Cardinals team last season, one with Colt McCoy, and generally struggle with that Arizona team. The 49ers did something that they haven't done in quite a long time, dispose of an absolutely inferior opponent. The game was over after they took the lead. Being real is one thing. Be real with yourself. The 49ers haven't done that in a long time. Stop telling me about 20-something points, all that. That was a washing. If this team is what you think they are, they should have washed that team in that fashion. There's no way you can walk away with this game being negative. None. Absolutely not. No way. Let me take some of these real quick. Let's see. We took the Colt McCoy monkey off our backs. Thank you, Gray Fox, 100%, man. I was scared to death of this game, and I probably should have just, been regular. Greatness, thank you for the donation. He's not even fair. Elijah Mitchell was pounding them just to come off the field, and a short pass to McCaffrey, first down 49ers. Christian McCaffrey has been worth everything and more. I think he's made Jimmy Garoppolo very, very comfortable, knowing 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's a guy that I get the ball to out of the backfield that I've never had that can make things happen. That's Christian McCaffrey. That's Christian McCaffrey. CB49ers, thank you for the donation. I thought blowouts couldn't happen in the division. I've been waiting for this all year. Love your content, bro. Keep on keeping. Appreciate the donation. Yeah, I had a lot of hesitation. Division games are weird. The Cardinals somehow find a way to hang around. This felt like the type of game where the 49ers should have done this, and the Cardinals would have stuck around early on when they took a lead and they were moving the ball. Kind of felt that way, but you know what? The 49ers corrected the ship, got it done. If this 49ers team is what you think they're going to be, this is how they should have won the game. So maybe you're sitting there saying, yeah, they should have done this. I don't put too much stock into this. For me, seeing this sort of offensive performance, because they faced inferior opponents before and squeaked by, implies that they're doing this. Going up. Nobody wants to be this the entire year. Up. The 49ers are tilting up right now. And their schedule's opening up. And now, the San Francisco 49ers, for all that they've been through this entire year, are now in first place. Undefeated in the division. I'm not sure how you can walk away from this game with anything negative. I really am not. Brian Boucher, ballin', son. Jimmy was great. Third straight shutout in the second half. Bring it on. Shout out to D'Amico Ryan. Shout out to all the people that wanted to fire him in every single first drive the last 4 games. That man's going to be a head coach next year. Enjoy him while he's here. Enjoy him while he's here. Enjoy this team while they're together. Still missing guys. Eric Armstead might show up. Maybe if you get something out of Javon Kinlaw, now you're really talking. Shout out to Charles Omenihu. Shout out to Drake Jackson, who actually saw playing on the inside. Shout out to Kevin Givens, who actually got a sack in here. Shout out to Mooney Ward, who fought through a groin injury this entire game and was great. Was great. DeAndre Hopkins can have what he wants. That's fine. I don't want to hear about like, oh, you should have doubled him. Nope. Don't get away from what you're doing. Make sure guys know where they're going. 49ers defense was electric. 49ers offense is the story. It's really the story. If this team is going to go anywhere, they need to put up points in fashion like that. They're not going to face inferior teams like that in the playoffs, obviously, because the Cardinals are cooked, along with the Rams. Ha, ha, ha. It's a 2-team race now. Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Time is a flat circle. And it's always going to be this, apparently. But if the 49ers are going to advance further on, down the road, the way you want them to, it's going to have to be on the back of the offense. I think this defense is fine. They're not going to play games on the moon in terms of altitude again, right? No more games in altitude. No more Denver games. None of that. Okay. Defense will be fine. It's going to be on the back of the offense, how far they advance. Kyle Shanahan, that offense kind of came out slow a little bit. Props to him and the offense for figuring it out. Again, if you're a defender, if you're a defensive coordinator, how on earth do you stop this entire team when it's fully healthy? 2 catches for Brandon Ayuk, 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns for George Kittle. End-around touchdown for Deebo Samuel. 100 scrimmage yards for Christian McCaffrey. 3 touchdown passes for Jimmy Garoppolo. 4 touchdown passes. 4 touchdown passes. No turnovers. When the 49ers play like that, there's not a team on this God's green earth that can beat them. Shout out to everybody in here, almost 10 minutes in. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. We're having a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys, you have your drinks. It's 8:25 in Cali time. Have some fun. We're not here to talk anything negative. Nothing negative. The only thing that we're worried about is, did this team walk away from this game unscathed with injuries? But other than that, what you're watching is a team that's figuring it out. That went and whipped the Rams' ass. Got in a bye week, struggled a little bit against the Chargers, figured it out enough, and now here's where they are. Everything should be going up. Always going up. Always ascending. That's where this team is. Steven says, thank you for the donation, buddy. Hands down, the best game we played in a while. Complete domination. This is what we've been waiting for. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't care who it's against. 38 points for this 49ers team. When's the last time that's happened? In a win. When's the last time a game was over midway through the third quarter? Brock Purdy was in the game. Shout out to Jordan Mason. You see it. You all saw it. You see it. He just can't get burned because there's Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell. But Jordan Mason's a baller. This team is sick, man. They're playing very well, man. I'm so happy right now. This is such a good game. CB 49ers, I think we may have found our identity finally. Hopefully. That's the hope, right? Everything can't be, well, because of this one game, this is where you are, right? The 49ers now have 7 more weeks to continue to figure it out and move in the right direction. 38 points in Mexico City, neutral site, high altitude, them in Colorado and then going to Mexico City. Domination. Absolutely what you would expect from a team that many people, wait till the national media talks tomorrow. Oh boy, 49ers are dangerous. Nobody wants to play them. I don't care what the Cowboys just did to the Vikings. Did you believe in Kirk Cousins? Watch. Set your watch to it. Every single analyst tomorrow, national media, every single pundit, the San Francisco 49ers are for real. They're the team that you don't want to play. And they still have a chance to get healthier. Shout out to everybody in here. We got 420 in here. Hope you guys got some 420 in the air. Richard G, personal touch detailing. Thank you for the donation. Great performance, but to see Womack and Mason, even for a little, was my highlights. If they need to step up, they will do, and then some. Yeah, you know what? I think, all right, I told you guys not to complain. Here's my complaint. Just put Jimmy Ward back there with Gibson and just leave Womack back in the slot if you're going to keep Lenore out there at this point. I think the 49ers schematically are good enough to overcome any sort of shortcomings that you feel. But Jimmy Ward just doesn't look, even though he led the team in tackles at a certain point in this game, he was all over the place. Jimmy Ward would be so much more impactful if he came down and covered a tight end here and there as opposed to him just being a slot guy. I love the idea of Womack playing. I'm not going to sit here and speculate as to why Womack left the lineup at nickel cornerback and they brought Lenore in because that's silly. I wasn't there. Obviously, something, that Lenore was doing in practice led to that. But if Lenore's going to be outside, put Womack back at nickel cornerback, put Jimmy up top, and Tashawn Gibson becomes imperative and an amazing depth at the safety position. That's just my 2 cents on it. That's the only thing that I would say is a bit of my complaint. So, Ron says the whole team 100 tonight. This team preposterous. Yeah, can we talk real quick about the Cardinals? I have this one Cardinals fan, who all offseason, everything. Well, you guys are cooked and done. I'm like, yo, you're more worried about me than you are the months of November and December when the Cardinals absolutely fold. But now he's gone. And the Cardinals haven't folded in November and December. They did it in October. So props to them. They changed the narrative around them. I love that for them. But stop talking to me. That's why I don't I'm done going back and forth with people because I look silly. More than anything, that man is silly because he's like one of the 3 Cardinals fans. We make fun of Rams fans all the time, but there's less Cardinals fans. I think we could agree with that, right? Right? The Rams have won a Super Bowl. There's got to be more fans now, right, that have jumped on, right? They won last year. There's no Cardinals fans. And Cardinals fans thought they had the audacity to talk crazy about 49ers fans and Trey Lance. I thought that was the funniest part. So, if you're a 49ers fan, here's what you're rooting for. Cliff Kingsbury inks a lifetime contract. Stays forever. You don't want him fired? Why would you want him fired? The next guy they might bring in might know what he's doing. I don't want Cliff Kingsbury fired. I want him to stay forever. I don't want him gone. That's what you should want, in my opinion. All right, let's keep going. Shout out to everybody, man. We got a bunch of donations in here. I'm just trying to make sure we get to all of them. Appreciate all you guys for tapping in. This is a lot of fun right now. Topped it off by denying them points at the end. Jay Mill says, yeah, the 49ers were already at the top of many rankings when it comes on the defense. That's only just going to rise now at this point. I mean, the Cardinals couldn't run the ball. Colt McCoy for stretches played okay. But I think they ended with 10 points. You guys could let me know. That's only going to rise for the 49ers as their schedule opens up, as this team continues to get healthy, as this offense continues to find ways to mess with people. You know what's funny about the offense? Elijah Mitchell was a ghost in the first half, an absolute ghost. And in the second half, when the 49ers took advantage and they knew what they were doing, Elijah Mitchell's in. This is the sort of depth, this is the sort of flexibility that the 49ers have. Elijah Mitchell starts for many teams. He's a second half back. Kyle Shanahan constructed a game plan in the first half that largely stood around Christian McCaffrey being on the field a ton. Who's to say it didn't work? This is the stuff that should get you excited. It's truly pick your poison. Elijah Mitchell dominates against the Chargers. Doesn't even get seen in the first half. But when his number's called, does the job because they pick their spots. They know when to use them. This is the exciting part if you're a 49er fan. Doesn't matter who's the opponent in front of them. They need to figure out this offense. They need to figure out a way to get everybody involved, right? Well, week to week, opponent to opponent, personnel styles differ. This is what you're going to get. And I think that's what's exciting. I think that's really what's exciting at this point. BB Gun 35, thank you for this. No one cares about my fantasy team, but that INT at the end helped me complete a 48-point comeback. You know what? I do care about your fantasy team. You want me to tell you a story? In the league that I'm 4-7, I had only George Kittle and Jimmy Garoppolo left, facing Rondale Moore and Elijah Mitchell. And I won by 1 point something points on that last George Kittle touchdown. So, BB Gun, I care about your fantasy team, and I care about my own. Thank you, George Kittle. And thank you, Jimmy Garoppolo. Kind of funny when I added Jimmy Garoppolo to my team, all of a sudden it started winning. You guys see that? See what's happening there? National media is still going to hate, but I love it. I don't think so. I think they're waiting to jump on the 49ers bandwagon. If Trey Lance was doing this, they'd be hating. But it's Jimmy Garoppolo. I think they're all just going to sack up and just jump right on and just say, well, Jimmy's a winner, see? And, hey, man, Jimmy's hooping. Let me say it again. Jimmy Garoppolo is playing very well. Probably the best that he's played as a 49er. You can tell me those 5 games in 2017, but they largely meant nothing. Just meant hope going forward. This team is winning games now and has a chance to make the playoffs. And Jimmy Garoppolo is a big part of that. It's okay, guys. It's okay to say it. Really is okay to say it. Hang Guy 209, thank you for the donation. Vance Joseph said he wanted Jimmy to win the game for the 49ers. He got it. Back on top of the division. Ooh, man, I cannot wait to tap into this Hard Knocks. Because there's going to be a whole week, right? Like, if you guys watched Hard Knocks, it's a whole week of preparation. And it's Liev Schreiber, the guy who played Sabretooth in the X-Men Origins movie. And his voice is impeccable. I had no idea that he does all the HBO documentaries. And he's going to tell you, the Arizona Cardinals are prepping for this week, and look, and their eyes are on a win, right? Because he already does all of these he does all of these takes over the mic before they go to the game, and then he has to do them after. So it's going to be really funny to watch the Cardinals, watch these impassioned speeches from Cliff Kingsbury, from Budda Baker, from JJ Watt, from anybody about how this is their time and they need to figure things out. And then this is going to be the result at the end of it. It's like a movie. It's a really bad movie. But you know the ending is going to be funny and you want to see it? This Hard Knocks episode is about to be electric. Thank you for that donation, Hang Guy 209. Shout out to everybody in here. Almost 20 minutes in. Got 550 people in here. Make sure you guys like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for when we go live. Appreciate y'all for all tapping in. Steven, so excited. No turnovers, no sacks. O-line played well. Hope Greenlaw's okay. Dude's a beast. That's probably the only thing that I would be worried about. You know, you hear growing with Ward, but if he played through it in the altitude, I kind of am more optimistic about that. But yeah, you know, Greenlaw's been playing very well, even if I've been one of his, you know, I've given him criticism. So yeah, 100% agree with that. Let's see. Art H, how comfy does Jimmy look hitting off scheduled passes, facing second and third options, and no turnovers? Love to see it. Good stuff as always, man. Appreciate you, Art. Yeah, and a lot of that has to do with Christian McCaffrey. and the offensive line. Like, he's not able to go through those progressions if the offensive line is not blocking. He looks 1, 2, 3, and then he knows get the ball out to a guy who can make things happen with the ball in his hands. That's Christian McCaffrey. No slight at Raheem Mostert or any of those guys that have been here before them. They would catch passes and they would be fine, but Christian McCaffrey is different and better. So I think that's where you're starting to see the comfort. Also, for me, I feel there's a little bit more comfortability because last year, Jimmy Garoppolo at least had the lingering issue of Trey Lance is behind me. And people wanted to see Trey Lance. Well, guess what, Jimmy? None of us want to see Brock Purdy. None of us. And I think he knows that. There's no dynamic quarterback behind him. And now he's playing a little bit more free. He's playing for his next contract. He's playing like I don't care anymore. I think that has a little bit to do with it as well, too. So good on you, Jimmy. This team goes like you do. If you're playing well, this team's going to play well, and they're going to win games. So go for it, Jimmy. Keep hooping, bro. I'm with you. I love the redemption arc. I really do, man. Let's see. Rigger 49. I'm just saying Stephen A, Skip Bayless, and other talking heads are going to hate because of Jimmy. I love it, though, because gonna snatch those. I think Stephen A, all right, here's my prediction, Rigger. I think he'll get on tomorrow and talk about, you don't want to play the San Francisco 49ers. I'm telling you right now. And then Skip Bayless is going to bang the table and talk about this team being one of the teams you don't want to play because of Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Stephen A is going to have a little bit more of a level-headed take if that's even possible. But I do think that if you watch most of the national shows, everybody is going to start, and they've already done it, right? Philly lost last week, and then everybody was like, oh, well, the 49ers are ready to come take them, even though they played a Chargers team, and a lot of people would say that they largely played down to them. I still believe that the national media is ready to jump all. Colin Cowherd is about to go foam mouth tomorrow and yell at everybody because Jimmy has been playing so well. I'm not saying they go like he goes. I'm just saying that's one example. And I think a lot of people are going to start to bang that drum, a little bit. So let's see. I think that's it with the donations. Yeah, look. 22 minutes in, 500 people in here. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Cheers, 49ers fans. First place team. Cooking. Marketing Pro. Season's over, blood. I'll drink to that. I missed 2 donations. Thank you, Gammon. Point them out. I'm sorry. I don't want to miss any. I got that one. I got that one. Let me see. Tell me, Gammon, where's oh, here we go. I missed yours. I'm sorry, Gammon. Oh my god, man. So I'll get to this one real quick. Did Womack earn more playing time? I think so, Gammon. I think that putting Jimmy Ward back at free safety. Excuse me. The beer's hitting me. Putting Jimmy Ward back at free safety, putting Womack there, I think that's great. I'm not sure what he did to lose his job, but yeah. I don't know. Keith Murphy says, blowout that we needed. Hashtag Niner game, hashtag dominant. Appreciate you guys for the donations. Yeah, man. We all needed this sort of win. And again, right, you can say, well, they're the Arizona Cardinals with a backup quarterback. And the 49ers blew out a bad team. But if they would have played down to the competition, you would have said, oh, well, they're playing down to the competition. They're not playing so well. So if the 49ers did what they were supposed to do, isn't that exactly what you want to see going forward from a team that you expect to be down the line, one of those teams? So again, there's not really too much to do in terms of negativity. You're not going to find it here. Matt said it's apple juice for sure. It's hard apple cider. But I mean, it's more about understanding that this team right now is peaking at the best time, right? And there's still room to grow. Now, whether that's Kyle Shanahan's play calling, because it's kind of disappointing, right? And I think 49er fans were already getting in their bag. I'm sorry, I'm pouring my next beer. 49er fans kind of got a little bit nervous in the beginning because if Kyle Shanahan is not getting points out of the scripted plays, right? To start the game. Like if the 49ers don't come out fast and start scoring, that's when you start to get a little nervous. But unfortunately, that's what happened. And then the 49ers went ahead and figured it out. So, yeah, I mean, I could understand the hesitance early on. Even I kind of felt like, oh, shit, this is kind of what I was worried about early on in the game. Cole was throwing the ball. Cole was throwing the ball before DeAndre Hopkins got out of his break, and the ball was on him. And I'm like, shit, that's exactly what he was doing against the Rams. That's exactly what they were talking about in terms of, like, him operating the offense. But, yeah, if the 49ers blow out an inferior team and they are the team that you think they are, then enjoy that. There's no reason to just say, oh, well, they just beat a regular team. Because if they would have played the Cardinals closer, you would be super worried. So don't brush this win off if you would have been worried if the game would have been close. See the logic flaw there? It's one way or the other. Talk to him, Sin. Put some respect on Jimmy G's name. Jimmy's cooking. Jimmy cooks. When this is over, we turn it on Drake in 21, playing Jimmy Cooks loud as we can, because that man is cooking. Good for Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, so many teams passed on him. So many, right? Colts didn't want him. Saints didn't want him. Jets didn't want him. Imagine if any of those guys, if the Jets had Jimmy Garoppolo, they win that game against the New England Patriots, and that's a super revenge game, and the Jets are one of those teams that you're talking about now. Damn, they got an amazing defense. The Saints would have won more games. The Falcons, who are now fighting somehow for the NFC North, would have won more games. Put some respect on Jimmy G's name, for sure. 100%. And the only way I see him coming back, it's the only way I see him coming back. If the 49ers win the Super Bowl, how do you move away from a guy who wins the Super Bowl? And you know what? Let me just say this. This ain't the beer hitting me. If the 49ers win the Super Bowl and they want to bring Jimmy Garoppolo back, whatever. I'd love to have that problem. I would love to have that problem. I really would. I really, really would. It's a problem I'd like to have. Win number 6 and then bring back Jimmy? Whatever. They won number 6. That's all that matters. Win it one way. I don't care who wins it. Gammon says, Purdy needs to hand trophies off at the ESPYs. Man, that handoff was really bad. Well, I mean, to be fair, not supposed to be in the game, anything like that, Gammon. But, yeah. I'm not the highest on Brock Purdy, if you guys haven't noticed. But Keith Murphy says, blowout that we needed. Hashtag Niner Gang. Hashtag we the best. Yeah, again, the 49ers have been through too many games that we're like, damn, why are they playing down to this competition? Why are they playing so close? They win a game against a team that you're supposed to beat like this, and people are like, well, whatever. They were just supposed to beat them like that. No. This shows growth. There's definite growth in this team. Definite. 100%. Let's see. Embrace that chaos. Brett, the content, if Jimmy Garoppolo came back, would be electric. And the San Francisco 49ers do not cease to provide that content by just existing, making the moves that they make. I'm just here to recap it. I have no handle on what they're doing ever, right? I wanted Justin Fields. They took Trey Lance. Wrong. I thought Jimmy was going to be gone. Jimmy's back. Wrong. I thought this game was going to be close. It was a blowout. Wrong. The San Francisco 49ers always bring you the chaos. And I'm just lucky enough to cover a team that I love and that gives you so much content over and over. Trade for Christian McCaffrey. All those things. It's the San Francisco 49ers. It's the best part about covering this team. The best part. 100%. So, yeah, half an hour in. 500 people in here. Make sure you guys like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for when we go live. Wednesday, State of the Franchise. Tomorrow on the 49ers app. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Supporters Club. Andrew Pasquini and I will be breaking this game down on the official 49ers app. If you want to join the Supporters Club, make sure you use the promo code live_sprint_right. We'll be on the official 49ers app, not YouTube. So make sure you guys are tapped in with that. Let's see. Luke Luna says, Telling my boy Cooking, team vibes. This was a complete team win. I love it. I love it. This is exactly what you're looking for in terms of what this team is. This was the game that we thought the 49ers would play weeks ago. And now, here's where they are. Like, this is exactly what this team should be doing to inferior opponents. They did. You necessarily can't look at this game and say, well, it was just the Cardinals. And then in the same vein, if they would have like struggled with them and said, well, this team's not ready, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Exactly what they're supposed to do. Jordan Mason. Let's go. You see that, man? Knowing that he's only getting 2 more carries for the rest of the year, knew exactly what was in front of him, running through grown men. That's the guy that I saw at training camp. That's the guy I saw all preseason. Every single time he touched the ball, he was stronger than the person that was trying to tackle him. Let's go. I'm happy for Jordan Mason to at least even somewhat get some playing time. If Jordan Mason gets in the game and so does Brock Purdy, it means one or two things. One, either Jimmy Garoppolo's injured, and that's not good. Or two, the San Francisco 49ers have completely blown the game out. That's what I want to see. So, the 49ers did two things, I think, in this game that the Arizona Cardinals really struggled with. Third down, I have to look at the exact numbers, but I felt like when they needed big third downs, they got it. But red zone was something where they were the worst and the 49ers were still trying to figure things out. I think that was probably the biggest question for the 49ers in this game or going forward was, can they get it done in the red zone? What's going to be that looking like? And now they're kind of figuring it out. I think, again, when I said the whole thing about the 49ers have 8 weeks to figure this out, I'm not telling you that it's going to take the entire 8 weeks. I'm telling you that they have time to figure this out. And if this night was any indication, they're figuring it out. They are. So the 49ers are moving in the direction you want them to be moving in. The only thing that will derail this team right now at this point is injuries. That's it. Wanda, thank you for the donation. I'm so sorry, Wanda. I'm so sorry. I let my level-headedness and I let my, I guess my pessimistic side. Divisional game, Colt McCoy's done this. Hard Knocks has a way of swaying you, man. I watched Hard Knocks and I was just like, shit. After I watched the game tape with him against the Rams, and then Hard Knocks, I was like, ah, shit. The Cardinals are ready to roll. Like, they're going to come in here and they know their season's on the line. They're going to play a tough game. Wanda, I apologize to you 100%. It's my fault. I'm so sorry because I wouldn't have taken that spread. But now the 49ers won by 20-something points. They would have covered that and then some. It's my fault, Wanda. I apologize. Oh, no. 150 on Arizona plus 10. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey, look. Exactly. Look, at least RX is saying the same thing. Facts about Hard Knocks. I found myself rooting for the Lions tough this year. Exactly. That Hard Knocks stuff, you hear Liev Schreiber, doing the narration. You hear that music. You watch guys in the meeting rooms, and you're like, damn, they're working, they're cooking. And it's like, you kind of get blinded to the stuff that's like right in front of you. So, look, blame it on the fact that the 49ers lost to this Arizona Cardinals team 2 times last year. Blame it on the fact that one of those times was Colt McCoy, and it's a divisional game. That's the way I was thinking. This is why you don't take betting advice from me. I at least said the 49ers were going to win. I just didn't know it was going to be in this fashion. But this was a fun win for all 49ers fans. Something that you needed, very much so. Now the 49ers got to wrap around, get ready. New Orleans Saints are next on Sunday. 3 straight home games at Levi's, right? That's something. So make sure you get this game against Sunday because the week after, here comes the Miami Dolphins. And that week is going to be a week for the books. So many people are going to start pushing that narrative of, was Mike McDaniel the whole point of this offense? Was he the big part? How are they going to stop Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle? That week is going to be electric. I think right now, obviously we're feeling good. It's Monday. It's close to midnight on my side. I think the 49ers will handle business against the New Orleans Saints. Ooh, man, that Miami Dolphins game has me nervous. And if the 49ers lose that game, all the people that really don't like Kyle Shanahan or have gripes with him are going to have at it and going to lose it when it comes to, well, Mike McDaniel got the best of him, and was he the secret sauce and all this stuff. So it's really now on to Saints week, but I don't want to look past the Saints, right? Because anything could happen, right? Of course, any given Sunday. But if I think this team is on the trajectory that they are, they'll take care of business against them, and then we'll have to talk about Miami, because I think Miami's really good, and I do. So 35 minutes in, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Think about being a channel member. We do call-in shows where you guys get the voice, whatever it is that you want to talk about. I give you guys the floor. You can do that when you go to the channel where you say subscribe. Right next to it says join. You can do that for a monthly fee. When we do the call-in shows, only you guys will be allowed to call in, and then you guys can give us your takes and anything that you want to talk about. So you know what? 35 minutes feels good. There's plenty of shows out there. Make sure you're watching everybody on YouTube. Make sure that you're going to all these shows. It's a fun time right now for 49er fans, especially after a win like this. So make sure you're ingesting all the content, because NFL Network's only going to talk about them for 5 minutes. ESPN's going to talk about them for 2 minutes. If you really want to get 49ers content, it's right here on YouTube with me and plenty of other YouTube content creators on here as well too. So probably call it here. As always, let's go Niners. See you guys tomorrow. Welcome, everybody. Let's go Niners. My name is Jason Aponte.